haven't even launched the boat yet, and there's a trout right there. I don't think it's gonna eat anything, but I guess we can give it a shot. Especially if it's just chilling like that. Yeah. No, it's probably been hooked like 50 million times. Yeah. That guy looks like he's been hooked too many times. But we're gonna catch some real fish. Sick. Oh, trout are jumping. Good sign. Don't tell me this thing is working. Messing up. There we go. This is like the lazy way of doing it. The cool way of doing it. Alright. I should have somewhere to put my phone. Phone's gonna suffer. Dude, the freaking mosquitoes are so bad. Alright. Cool. get a couple casts up there. Dude, the mosquitoes are terrible. It's like super freaking hot today. Trout are freaking going crazy, so I'm burning up. I'm gonna take this freaking crap off before I go any farther. Barely see my phone screen, so I'm gonna try to, I guess, cruise up on these trout. So they keep jumping. It's really kind of getting me fired up. See why we would have a problem catching trout today. Cause I already seen one like before I even put the boat in the water, kayak, whatever you want to call it. And the fact that they're just jumping everywhere, which they weren't doing the other day. And there's a spot that I know that there's like a 35, 40-inch trout or pike sitting at. These trout I'm seeing like jumping are freaking huge. So hopefully get one. I was gonna put the fish finder on here today just to see if the pike are sitting in the deeper parts of this lake. Dang, cannot talk today. See if the pike are sitting in the deeper parts of the lake. But I literally took it out right before I left, so I guess I'm not doing that. If y'all want to like not look at me and see all the stuff that I'm seeing, then let me know. I'll try to figure out how to put my camera somewhere or my phone somewhere. So now you're probably gonna get tired of me just standing here casting a million times. Or you won't, I don't know. Yeah, these trout were just going off, but I know where I can get them, so we're gonna change it up a little bit. Get away from these guys. Try to get some pike. It's actually like a super pretty day. It's about 12, 1 o'clock. It's like 60 degrees. I've just been hoping that the water would heat up for these pike, because they've just been like super lethargic and hard to find. And only about 50 yards from the truck right now. And I still got a long way to go. So we'll see. Yeah, so I just casted it in the tree. gotta happen at least once per trip. Okay, I'm gonna change it up again. We are gonna go. We're gonna go to where I know there's a giant pike. Dude, if I catch this pike, I'm gonna like lose my mind. For the first pike of the season, if I can get this 35 incher, it's probably 40. It's pretty big. That would it would make my trip, just make my year. But we'll see. I'm gonna be using my beef stick, so it's not gonna have a chance to get away. But y'all just hang in there. I know, you're just watching me press a little button on a remote and staring at me sitting here. But if I get this thing, it's gonna be worth watching. And I'm literally pulling up to the spot right now. So this is what I'm throwing. It's gonna be one of my custom bait casting rods. A big K-tail and LBN with a Shimano DC. Yeah, it doesn't stand a chance if I can get them. Freaking ducks everywhere. I know it's got to be up there. If it's not where it was, it's going to be close to where it was, so we will see. Last time I saw it, I saw it too late and I rolled over its head with the kayak and it took off. So I'm going to try to not do that today. So I'm just going to keep creeping up here super, super slow. I know it's up there somewhere. Now just stick with me. Actually, that's crazy because what you're describing is pretty much exactly what I have in my hand. So this is a Shimano Corrado DC. If you can't tell by the super futuristic noise that it makes. And then this is 30-pound Power Pro. So yeah, it's a really good combo. But I should be rolling up on this pike in a second. So, mosquitoes are so freaking bad today. I'm having a hard time seeing though because the sun is right in my face. I'm on a flat that's like, it goes from like 2 feet to like 10 feet, it drops off in a bunch of spots. And these pike like to hang out right here in this flat because it's so much warmer over here. I don't know if I have my GoPro on. Yeah. I'm almost out of card memory. Alright, that's better. Yeah, dude, that combo that you just said, I would definitely go for it if you are buying it, if that's what you're saying. If you have it, then yes, like, it is perfect. I honestly think that the combo that I have right now is a little overkill for any other place that I fish besides like 2 lakes, and that's this one and another one. Just because I know that these 2 lakes have absolutely giant freaking pike in them. Like, this one has at least 150-inch pike and has a bunch of 30s and 40s. I'm comfortable throwing this bigger setup. But like most of my other little ponds and stuff that I go to, this thing is like super overkill. And right now I'm throwing this like K-tail, and it's kind of a topwater-ish swim bait. So I'm actually gonna switch it up if I don't fall in the water. And back up. Yeah, I don't know how to help you with the shipping thing, but I can help you with telling you if it's worth it or not. And personally, I would 100% agree that the setup you're describing is perfect. All right, so this is a Jig Pro swim bait. And again, they're freaking huge. They're gigantic. And I think it's like a 2-ounce jig head. Again, huge. But it's still like super early in the season, so what I'm trying to do is get down to these pike because they're still kind of sitting on the bottom. But this rod that I'm using can definitely handle it. So now the wind's picking up and I can't really see as good, so I'm hoping to not roll over this thing again. But I'm going to. But if I don't get hooked up with a pike, then it shouldn't be hard at all to get some trout in the boat. Because they're just stacked up like crazy. I'm throwing this monstrosity of a bait. Yeah, the rod is good. Or, wait. Oh, dude. It's really hard because I put my phone. I don't know. I don't know anything about Oath bait casting rods. All I know is the Shimano Corrado is good. So, unfortunately, that's all I can give you. But like the rods I use are all custom, and they come from all different places, so I don't know anything about oath bait casting rods. But if you get a Shimano Corrado DC, which is what this is, and you get that fancy little futuristic noise that it makes that you keep hearing every time I cast. It's pretty cool. It has a magnetic braking system, which is what you're hearing. So it greatly reduces the chance of you getting a backlash. Right now I'm just fishing these like drop-offs. They're super, super deep, and it's kind of like a pocket that these pike like to hang out at. I'm just seeing like giant trout that I can't just keep watching them jump like that and not cast on them, so what I'm gonna do. Trout are fired up, pike aren't, so like I said, I know where to get the trout. It's just a matter of like these ones are fired up and they keep jumping, so I'm gonna keep trying to catch them. I only have one viewer, and like this is the time you guys should be watching my channel, because this one's real, so y'all should definitely be watching. If you didn't watch any other time, any other video that I have, this is definitely the one to watch, so. I'm actually gonna get away from this thing. Yeah, I have like all kinds of rods in this thing today. Fly rod, 2 bait casters, a loose fly rod reel. Just because there's so many different, like, I really feel like I'm about to get tight on one of these trout. We will see. I'm not trying to waste too much time trying to catch one of these trout, because I know where I can go get them. And you're allowed 10 per person, so I'm gonna go load up on them and then go home. But I really want to see what the trout or the pike are doing. I've only seen one, and that was a couple days ago, and I rolled over its head, so didn't even get a chance to try to catch it. Yeah, the trout here are super weird. Like they'll jump all day long, and then once you try to catch them, they take off. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. deep, eating this giant swim bait around to see if I can't find one of these pike. It's just crazy because I usually know exactly where they're all sitting, and just they're not where they usually are, which tells me that they're probably down deep, which is why I'm throwing this super heavy swim bait. I mean, I'm seeing trout like crazy, but I'm just not seeing the pike that I'm looking for. Some of these pliers. Some of these pliers are stuck down in the water. What I like to do when I'm fishing like deeper water is I'll do like a little figure 8 or just like a back and forth sweep with my lure, just in case that fish like decided to chase the bait up but not commit to it quite yet. And then that gives it kind of a chance to sit here next to the boat and really get dialed in. There's a bunch of grass here. The trout are just going crazy, dude. They're freaking everywhere. Again, unfortunately, I have nowhere else to put my phone. So, dude, this is like way deeper than I thought it was. This is like a super deep hole. These trout are really blowing my mind. They're jumping like crazy behind the boat, but not yet. Well, I confirmed that the pike I saw the other day is not in the same spot that it was. So, it's just a little bit harder, a little bit more of a scavenger hunt for this thing. If I'm going through all of this to try to find it, you know it's pretty big. And this is the exact spot. And if you watch my other videos, it's the exact spot that I 45-incher last year. Unfortunately, I just don't think they're up here yet. I just got lucky seeing that one. It's just blowing my mind that there's so many trout here, and none of them are eating anything besides bugs off the top of the water. But I've thrown like flies at them. I've thrown little rooster tails. You don't want it at all. So, but again, I have a spot where I know there's some trout. So I'm not stressing it too much. Doing this thing like Florida inlet style. Just throwing this big freaking lure around all day kind of wears you out. Switch from that to back to this. One, because I'm tired of throwing that big heavy thing around. And two, because I'm in pretty shallow water. No need to throw that giant swim bait. A couple feet of water. Trying to save my camera battery and memory on the camera. It's actually really hard to see these pikes sometimes because they look just like a freaking log. So they're not like in the wide open or like suspended in the water. Half the time you can't see them. So probably gonna end this live soon and start it back up once I go catch some trout. I'm not seeing any pike, so let's switch it up. Alright, I'm gonna catch you guys when I go get some trout. But this is a setup if y'all are wondering what I keep using the remote for. And it's kind of the water, it's kind of a little green. Can't really see very good. But usually there's pike like stacked up in here. And I don't see anything. Which is kind of concerning because my other spots are just like this. And I feel like if they're not here, they're not going to be over there either. Which tells me they're still down deep. Feel free to give the video a thumbs up and, you know, support the channel. It's grown so much in the last couple years. Holy crap, that's all trout, dude. Well, I just found all the trout, so that makes a lot of sense. Alright, well, I guess I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to stay right here. But what I am going to do is end this live and then start it back up so it's not like 3 hours long. Because there's a whole ball of trout right there. Like 400 or 500. So